Hello, obviously welcome back to the channel. Bit of a random video because who would have ever thought we'd ever get this character in the Western market, let alone ever again. But I went to game yesterday and picked up Galaxy Shuttle because games deals are brilliant. Though I still will not get that buzzworthy 4-pack because I only want a ransack and I'm not spending £50 just to get a ransack. But today obviously is about Galaxy Shuttle. I love the Astro Train models, of course I was going to get this, and I love my Japanese characters, so of course I had to get this. But not at £50, I was not going to spend £50 on it, but £25 a game, of course I was. Here is the box art, I love it, even though I do not think that head sculpt, well, the expression really fits my idea of the character anyway. There's the side, the back, and obviously the side, again, the other side. Bottom is bollock, and here is the figure. He's an amazing looking figure. A bit worrying though, as he is mainly white, which Hasbro nowadays have been having problems with the colour white. But the majority of the white feels like paint on him, especially on the wings, but I can't really tell whether it's just the plastic, they're using glossy paint or what, because the black also feels like paint. So I hope that this won't actually yellow. I mean, the feet are white plastic, those are white plastic, so it could yellow. I hope not, because it's a really good figure. But yeah, first of all, we have to compare him to obviously who he's a repaint of. And that is Astro Train. This guy seemed very boring compared to him. Probably because this guy's more colour on him. But he's a good figure anyway. He's really solid, really chunky. You know, not loose bits. However, a bit loose on the legs with Galaxy Shuttle. But that's not a problem. Because, you know, he's a chunky guy anyway. When you're going to be posing him in really, like, poses, you're not. But he's a beautiful guy. The head sculpt as well is absolutely amazing. I think he would look great near Jetfire if I had the Siege Jetfire. But when Siege came out, I was like, no, I want Studio Series Jetfire. And I still haven't got that one either, so I am 0-0 on the Jetfires that were released that year. Though I still would really like the Siege one. That's probably a TF Nation pickup. Right, so actually back onto the actual figure. He's amazing. The articulation is obviously, you know, standard Astro Train stuff, you know, no waist, not wrist swivel, sorry. But he doesn't really need it, really. Got waist swivel, obviously the head goes like a full 360, really, but when are you going to make him do a conjuring? Legs kick out that far, which can move the skirts. Knee bends less than 90, but who cares? He's not going to get into many poses. And very tight ankle tilts, I think because of the paint that they used on him. But he's pretty much everything you really want in like a Transformer nowadays. And for 25 quid, you can't really complain, can you? So there he is in robot mode. So let's compare him to some other. We've obviously compared him to Astro Train. Let's compare it to another Japanese character, Minerva. I think these two look really good together. No, he's a skirt. Minerva is a sun figure anyway, not as good as a little one, simply because the backpack won't peg in, really just flops down, but he's still a good figure. And these two really paired nicely. I mean, if I had Star Saver, it would be even better, but I didn't back it because I did not have the disposable £180 to spend on Star Saver then. So I didn't even back Dinosaurus, but I really want them both. And I know they're going for ridiculous money now. It's like, that's the holy grail now. I'm going off topic again. Here is obviously these two together. They look great together, obviously. leader and deluxe. But I wish I Black Zack, but it's a bit too big. And so if we're going for more Japanese characters and characters on the same toy line now, we have Scourge, or Black Convoy from the RID show. He's a bit bigger, but I really wish he was Commander, because being a shuttle, it kind of needs to be a bit bigger. But I'm happy we got him anyway, really, to be honest with you. I mean, this has been my favourite Velocitron, one of my favourite figures of the year, really. It came out last year, and he's kind of like, the Velocitron line has been the best line of repaints I think I've ever had. Well, I say it's just exclusive because obviously we got Override and Cosmos, and Override is fantastic. Yeah, obviously they're kind of polar opposites. One is pure white and one is pure black. You know, I love what they did there with the blue. Oh, it looks gorgeous. Probably look good near the Ark, but I still do not care for the Ark. I probably won't even go for the Nemesis either, even though I'm a Decepticon person. But put into the side and show off the accessories. I love this so much. This is one of the reasons this figure is absolutely amazing, because it's just a bunch of references really to many a thing. Like this, obviously not right now, is a reference to Countdown, Macromaster Base, or in Japan, Rocket Base. I think that was his name. I'm not too sure. So obviously, you know, we open it up, and even the weapons are homages to Countdown with the red. So let's take them all out. Obviously, I'll show you all this in more detail when we get to the Space Shuttle and Train modes. But for now, let's just focus on the weapons. So here we have them all. You have two of the same, well, basically it's the same as the Astro Train, two of the same guns, just with different pegs. The gun that is red plastic painted black, the best gun we probably ever had, just big old minigun, even though I wish there was a handle there that he could hold it. And of course, rocket pod thing. But obviously to attach him to him you can go anyway, but this is my preferred configuration, because who actually shoves it on the bloody backpack? I like to have the missile pod on that arm, and then give him the underslinging minigun. And that's how I'll spray him, because I like to imagine him as his Autobots, kind of like the equivalent to Lugnut, really. With his big gun and, you know, rocket missiles and the transport for the Autobots, really. I do like the accessories quite a lot. This, obviously, if you really care about it, but who really cares about this part, you can give him the big old feet, which gives him more height, like kind of better if you want him bigger like I do, but his heels are too big. But that's literally just because of the quickness on his back, which I will not do. I refuse to do, because it looks stupid. So, let's get on to the transformation. First, we're going to go into Train, because he doesn't actually turn into that in the anime. Let's take off the accessories. Probably just going to talk over this, because who actually watches the transformations anymore? Unless it's Thew and Gavin Spence, because they don't really show it. Obviously, it's literally just the same as Astro Train, really. But with kind of like tolerance issues, I'll probably get into them in a bit anyway. But it's still an absolutely amazing train. I prefer this train mode, even though it isn't canon, really, because he never turned into a train, hence the name Galaxy Shuttle, not Galaxy Shuttle and Train. Well, I love that bit with the fold the wings around and just tuck them under there. Ooh, lovely. Obviously, you know, fold the feet, the back, really. There's a lot of black paint on the train mode. It's entirely black, but it's what I'll get into this when I obviously show you the train mode, because I think it's another nod to something else. If I could actually open, see, tolerances are very. It depends really on your figure, because I have got one major QC problem that I will go into, and it's not the figure really. I mean, it is, but it isn't at the same time. Oh, I need to always forget the skirts. Fold the skirts up. Line the legs. These. Fold these down. Fold these out. Shut that in. And there's the train mode. It's gorgeous. I mean, yeah, it's, you know, that's tolerance issue. Things kind of don't really like to stick together that well. But look at this train. Look at those boosters. I love the boosters. The way they've painted the wheels as well. Yes, it's all black, but it's all paint, really. Obviously, if you really wanted to, which is probably the best use of this, is using it as a train. I can call it carriage, whatever. It rolls nice. However, I am missing the big wheel. That's the major QC issue that I have. Astro Train has it, right? But he doesn't. And I've seen many people have them, and they actually all have the wheel, but I don't. And I'm not really going to complain. I'm going to get my money back from the game or anything, because it doesn't really matter. It still rolls fine. You know, there's not really to complain about there. You know, something I noticed, really. Yeah, it is a gorgeous train, out of scale with pretty much everything, because trains do not scale well in Transformers. Now, to get on to the actual mode that he actually has in the Victory anime, is to the shuttle. The main reason people buy it, well, they buy it really to probably go with the Star Saber. But who actually has Star Saber? When I say that, then I know a lot of people do. I really want Star Saber. And I would have instantly backed Death Saurus if it was the IDW design. Yeah. Put them in, put that in. Shove that in there. Open up the legs. Turn it around. Open them. Pull that in. Tab in, please. And there it is, the shuttle mode, and I love that. That there, is absolutely amazing. My favourite thing about this mode is that victory stripe there. Beautiful, stunning. This figure is just beautiful anyway. But you see, Astro Train now, they could so easily have just made this Astro Train, because there was a figure that was released and he was pure white, because he was originally going to be an Autobot. They could have just switched them into Decepticon symbols and made, obviously, giving them the exact same head sculpt. Which is why I think they made the train fully black, because in the original figure of the white version of Astro Train, it was all black. This is all white, just like the Astro Train actual shuttle. So it's more of an Astro Train figure, really, but it still works as the Galaxy Shuttle, and that's obviously what everyone's going to use it for, not a white Astro Train. But look at this. This is beautiful. Yes, obviously there's the entire insides of Galaxy Shuttle there, and if you still wanted to, really, it still rolls, and obviously, you know, get him like that. Now we're on to the best bit about this. The reason that he's a leader class. Here we go. Plug him into the base there. if you actually plug in, there we go. A little mini countdown with the, obviously has the silver thing, I forgot what it is now, which kind of emulated by the feet pieces, even though it don't really stand well when you put it like that. So obviously everyone else will probably just display it like Astro Train's thing, have it like that. But it's a nice little thing, a nice little nod to Countdown. And I'm not a Micromaster person, but the base is, it's a very good nod. And obviously, helipad detail there, fantastic. This is, in my opinion, this is better than Astro Train. And I loved Astro Train. He was one of my top bots of 2020. So it was top bots 2020. He was great figure, but this, yes, he has his issues. Yes, it's not fully accurate. But when are we ever going to get, you know, a fully new mould of this? We're looking, we're getting a Deathsaurus, really. But he's a great figure. Obviously, random size comparison's going on anyone in old mould right now. Minerva there. See, out of scale. But, great figure. Fantastic. Would recommend, especially for the price of the game. Brilliant figure he is. Still, though, I am on the lookout for a Lion Convoy and the Needle Nose, really. So he's kind of like my, also I was looking for yesterday, but he was my, oh, okay, then, and oh, he's great. Made me fall in love with this mold even more. Because I don't really mess with this one much, because, I mean, I kind of prefer Blitzwing, but this one really makes me, love this mold again. So, thank you for watching. What I'll say really other than go get one from Game for £25. It's £30 if you buy it online, because obviously postage and all, but do it. He's great, beautiful, and I just hope Game can get Crasher in, or if Smiths will get their arse in gear and get the new Legacy Evolution figures listed, and then it'll strong with 2 because I want a Crasher, and then I'll be fine with Velocitron. Thank you for watching, and I don't know when I'll see you ever again, but goodbye.